Hello and welcome to Top of the World. Another day, another well, more water, another problem. Water and the Arctic, they don't go together. Well, house, issue. It's a bit chopped up, this video. You're just going to have to bear with it till the end. Got a fascinating one for you today. It's going to be dark, so you're just going to have to bear with me. I'm going to have to turn my light on. And it's all going to be quite dark. In fact, I'll turn the light on onto this. Right, here we go. Another cellar, another day, another problem. Right, we've got a pump there that feeds into the house and a pipe there that comes from the well. When this pipe is filled up and connected to that pump, it just draws air. Right, so what I done was I backfilled the pump from this pipe here down to here. If you do that and turn the pump on and leave the tap open, all the water comes gushing out of there. So we know the pump works. But if you turn the tap off, all it does is draw air. So I haven't got a leak here. And I thought that was very loose in the ground, and the reason it was very loose in the ground is because there was just a thin layer of concrete. I thought it might be broken at that bend. So what I can't do is I can't openly blow that, because in the bottom of the well it's got a foot valve which stops you from doing that. That's a check valve, one-way valve. So when I pour water down this, the water runs away. But the amount of water that in that yellow can that I can pour in there stays consistent each time you fill it up, which means the water in the pipe is not draining back to the well, which means there is a break under the concrete. How far under the concrete? That's quite easy to determine. You take the internal millimetre of the internal dimension of the pipe, right? For those of you dealing imperial, I've got to deal in millimetres. Anyway, so the internal measurement of this pipe is 30 millimetres. For every metre of pipe, 30 millimetres holds 0.7 litres. Okay? I know you're glazing over now, you imperialists. I've had to do it in metric because it all makes sense. Otherwise we'll be messing around with pints. Well, 0.7 litres, pint. Right, okay. Right. If I fill that up, there's the litre mark. I don't think we're past the litre, but we might be, so we'll fill it up to the 2 litre mark. Right. Filled that up with water, and then we put the funnel in the top of the pipe, like so, and then we pour. And this will tell us where the break in the pipe is, or the leak, because it's consistently the same amount until it fills up. There. Right, now watch the water disappear. There it goes. No, it shouldn't do that. And away it goes off down the hole. And then you leave that, I don't know, 15 minutes, and it'll be the same amount of water to fill it up. And that amount of water is 1.2 litres, and it holds 0.7 litres per metre. So the break is 1.3 metres, that's 4 feet from that point. 1.3 metres. Right, so it's under here, so depending on which way this pipe goes, it's there. Now if that pipe goes down and then goes into a 90-degree bend that way, that'll be where the break is, at that 90-degree bend. If we're saying 4 feet, that's 3 feet. It's wherever the water's coming out, it's under here. Because if I wait 15 minutes and fill that jug back up, it will take exactly the same amount of water. In fact, let's prove that. Let's prove that. So empty, that has consumed 1.2 litres. That has consumed 1.2 litres, or 3.5 pints. So that has consumed just over 2 pints of water. So what we'll do is we'll fill this back up, wait 15 minutes, pour it down again, and if it comes back out at 800 millilitres left in there, we know it's consuming 1.2 litres. And if it's consuming 1.2 litres, right, it's filling 1.2 metres of pipe. On the basis that a 30mm pipe holds 0.7 of a litre per metre. Okay. I think we have water left in here. Fill it back up exactly. There. It's exactly where we started. Put the funnel in the top and we'll leave it. I'll give you some context while we're out here doing nothing in particular. So the room where the pump is and the overall scheme of the house is there. And then the pipe goes down underground to there. And this is the difficult bit. Can I actually show you what we got in this well? Yeah. So if you look down there, you can see the pipe coming outside of the well, big brass knuckle on it, and then a pipe going down into the well. Well, the pipe going down into the well's got a foot valve on the bottom to stop the salt water from running back. Right. And then that pipe runs in a direct line to the back of the building, right underneath that window. And this pipe is staying full of water, and it's not leaking at that brass knuckle, which is the problem I had in the last well. So I don't need to go down in the well. So if we go down now, and I haven't even had a cigarette, Right. Let's leave that there. Turn the lights back on. Light on. And go back down into the cellar. So it's been, I don't know, less than 5 minutes since we poured that water down that pipe. If we grab the jug of water, I've got a fan running in there trying to dry it out. Right. Hopefully it will consume 1.2 litres of water. Yeah, it's consumed a litre, and you can see it running down. So it's taken a little bit less time for that last bit of pressure to leak out. That's pretty consistent with what I've been finding. And the way it goes. If we fill it all the way up, we can actually watch that go down. So the only water I've managed to pump out of that pump is what I put back down the pipe. So we're sticking with our 1.2 litres at 1.3 metres. Now that could be an awful lot of concrete I've got to break out of there, and that bit was easy because that was just a little bit of infill. This is the original cellar concrete. It's going to be deep. I've got an iron pipe in this hole here. That there is an iron pipe. I don't know what that has got in it. And then obviously I've got a drain there. How deep is that concrete? Probably too deep for my little breaker. Anyway, I'm going to dig down in this hole some more and follow that pipe down. Okay, surprise number one, that pipe's running in the wrong direction. Surprise number two, and I'm not surprised because I've said it before, how much gold there is. There is so much gold in this hole. Chunks of gold. I can see gold. Anyway, I'll get in there with the light. You might be able to see that chunky bit of gold there. So, firstly it's running in the wrong direction. But I'm not far away from the length of where I think the amount of water it holds, and the soil's getting really wet. And it's gravel. That's what I'm digging out. I'm digging it out with my hand. I've dug that with my hand. Obviously I didn't break the concrete out with my hand. That would be stupid. Okay, I'm trying to determine where I go with my next breaking my concrete out, because I'm just channeling at the moment. I suppose I just need to keep following that pipe. Right, update. I've just done the water test again and it took more. So that's all that's left out of 2 litres. So it's taken 1.5 litres, more than last time. And the pipe's going in completely the wrong direction. It's not very deep at all. And there's a big hole under here. So, I don't know. And according to this, if it's going in that direction, it's going straight through there. It's gonna come out underneath this floor here. So I don't know where that's going. This floor's untouched. I've no idea where it's going. There is no concrete in the old potato cellar base there for some reason, a bit strange. But I don't have anything to dig with. It's horrible, horrible room. They're all horrible rooms. Ay, ay, ay. So now I don't know. I'm starting to doubt myself. I thought I was quite clear on how much water it takes to fill it up. Now I've done it, I don't know, 7, 8, 10, 12 times. Right, I've dug the hole. Can you see the gold? No, Simon, I still can't see the gold. Look at that. Where is it? Flour flaky gold. It's everywhere. Heavy mineralisation. That's probably the biggest piece. Alright. We kind of threw the concrete, which wants to stick in here. Now all I've got to do is dig down. Alright, so my theory was right. I have found an iron pipe that's cut off. Right, I can put my finger inside there. Bang on where I dug the hole. So that is an iron pipe that I believe used to be the well water feed. Oh, it's loose. Maybe it was just shoved in here. Right, well that's interesting, because that's part of the original house, which means this has been dug up and laid since, which is what I thought, because the original iron pipe from the well, which is that, was changed for that plastic. So I'm in the right spot. I'm convinced I'm in the right spot. This is the hole they dug to do whatever it is they've done. So all I've got to do is keep digging. Rusty nails. Yeah, I'm in the right spot. Right, I'll keep going. Okay, I might have slightly missed my mark, but not by far. There it is. It's not very deep. I'm a bit surprised. In fact, I'm quite surprised. It's not very deep at all. Yeah. Okay, but I'm about the distance where I think if there's a leak under here, it should be. Obviously, I can't see where it goes under the wall there. And looking at that piece of steel pipe that came out, they had all this open and took out the old steel pipe and put this in. But this should be one continuous pipe. But if it's got a split in it, that's where the water's getting out and the air's coming in, and that's kind of where I'm going. Which means really I need to check all the pipe, including underneath. However, that's going over there. Does that mean I don't want to be digging up all the concrete? Christ. You can see the thickness of what the concrete was to where they relayed it. They relayed it quite thin, thankfully. Right, I've been at this for 5 hours now. We know that that's the pipe in there, we found that. Then I dug a second hole, right, and I found that and I followed it along. And then I dug a ruddy great hole. And there it is. And that's where it exits the building, there. And I've scooped along underneath it. I haven't cleared all the way through, granted. Right, so there's a little bit of section between here and the other hole that I haven't cleared, and then it exits there. And we're quite a ways underground. So that goes under the... So that's a foot deeper than we are there. Ground level is where that window is. So we're 6 feet underground. Okay. Still can't find where the water's going. Water's still bleeding back. So, albeit I proved the pump works, I needed to prove one more time to myself. River water. I just needed to prove that it will suck and push in the way that it's supposed to. Probably lost pride now, because I ain't got a foot valve on that. I'm not having the best time, I've got to say. I'm just working my way through the process. Now we're full. Now we've got to be quick before that runs out. Here we go in a minute. Here it goes. Right. Can I do it again before? Yeah. before the prime runs out. Right, pump works. This pipe there doesn't hold water and it's sucking in air. So I don't know whether I've got to dig all that concrete up now and check underneath, or whether I dig up another hole here and check that pipe before it goes outside, because once it goes outside, ground level's there. Right, pipe exits down there, a foot below that concrete. Well, I ain't digging that. That's a machine, that is. So, if we can't find the leak in here, and by my water calculation, the leak is somewhere between there and in there, that's a lot of water going down there with no trace. So, that's a pipe burst somewhere. And, you know, on that note, we had a lot of major iron underground pipes burst in the village this year. A lot of gardens had to be dug up, a lot of pipeworks had to be replaced. And because this has got a foot valve on it, it holds the water. And this has now been through 2 winters without being touched or investigated. And this last winter we had minus 40 Celsius, minus 40 Fahrenheit for a week or more. Anyway, yep, it's between here and the well. So I found something quite interesting. So this way goes into there, and that way goes out to the well. Well, I've been digging under the floor there and under this way to see if I can connect those two together without punching through the concrete again. In doing so, while I was under there, I've dug as far as I can, and I thought I'd dig the other way. There's a huge cavern underneath the footings, but I can't see down there, so we're going to see down there together. See how it all opens up? I haven't done that. And I can't see how far that goes. So I've gone that way. And then I thought I'd just clean around there. And then that. Well, that's not good. Is that where there's a split in the pipe and it's been washing out the sand and created like a sinkhole, but not a sinkhole, if you know what I mean? Let's get back up and review this footage. There's gold everywhere. There's just gold everywhere. It's full of gold. Well, I did say to a few years ago, I put more gold in their footings and they're wearing, and they just, you know, they give you that awkward laugh. Alright, 6 hours in. Where am I? I can tell you from the outside, right, directly below there, 6 feet, is where the pipe is. I can tell you that the pump absolutely categorically works and all the internal plumbing is good. I'm 95% sure that the leak is not under that concrete. There's still a small section that I haven't cleaned out. There is just a cavernous area below this. Is it all the way along and this is just where the water's been running downside the... I don't know. I don't know. We're not on the end, we're on the gable. There is a big hole down here underneath all that. And then if you stand there, there's a direct line to the well. Have I been down the well? No, I can't get down the well because I can't get that wellhead off. In order to get down the well, this concrete ring and all this has to come off for me to be able to get the ladder down there and get in there. Could it still be that brass knuckle down there? Could be. Could be. Doesn't explain why you can backfill the pipe with 2 litres of water on an internal. So the internal dimension's 25 millimetres. On the pipe, the internal dimension's 25 millimetres, external's 32. And it will take 1.5 to 2 litres to fill it up, depending on how long you leave it. So that says I'm 2 metres, which says I'm inside the cellar. There's no evidence of that. There's no evidence of that at all. Should I extract all that pipe all the way underneath? Maybe. I'm kind of at where I'm at now, to be honest. I'll upload this into a video so you can watch it, and can go from there. But it's the pipe between the foot valve and there is another possible reason why you can only put 2 litres of water down it. The pipe. There you go, nice white background. This is the cellar. This is the pipe where it goes under the concrete. Right, and then it goes into the next room. I actually think it comes up slightly before it goes down and exits the house. Does that mean that rise in it, that you can only fill the water up to that amount? Well, yeah, but it would make no sense for all the years it's primed before. So, yeah, there we go. I've tried repeatedly, over and over and over and over again, to get that pump to draw on that pipe. And it won't. It just won't. You just fill the pipe up with water, and then you fill the pump up with water, and then you backfill it through that pipe, make sure it's all full of water, and you just get loads of air. And you can see from where I primed it, we're running out the bucket. You only need to prime the pump and it just sucks. So if you backfilled that pipe with sufficient water, and I don't know how many buckets it's had down it. It's not like I haven't put enough water down it. It's had hundreds of litres down that pipe in the last 2 days. So yesterday I was on it 4 hours. Today I've been on it 6 or 7 hours. 7 hours. It's what, 2 in the afternoon. Started at 6:30. Yeah, 7 hours. Yeah, that's where I am. What's the quick and easy solution? Length of black pipe, a new foot valve, plastic one or something on the bottom, and to be on the safe side, 30 metres of 32mm black pipe, and shove it down the well, run it round the back of this tree, through to there, in through that window, across that room and into the pump room, connect it to the pump. That's the easiest route. Does that mean the pump's got to come up and then down and in, and could that create a large... Yeah, it could. Yeah, it could. Otherwise, the next thing is get that well head off, get down in the well, check that brass knuckle and the foot valve and that pipe, and failing that, it's dig from there to there and put a new pipe in. Well, I've got as far as I can. We're down to the owner now. He's got to advise me what to do next, where we're going to go, how we're going to get over, under or around this problem. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.